Welcome to episode 18 of Let's Play Civilization III, Play the World. As you know, we're still at war with the Japanese, and also, we are still in double time. So, basically, our empire is producing a lot of war elephants, which is very helpful in our invasion. And all they have to throw against us are longbowmen, and since they only have a movement of 1, whereas our war elephants have a movement of 2, more often than not we can come to where they are before they can come to us. And since they only have a defensive stat of 1, we can kill them pretty easily, which is nice. Now my next target is that city of Satsuma. It has a population of 7, so it might be a little better protected than most, but I'm not sure about that. Guess we'll find out in a moment here. Also, one thing I probably mentioned before, but if I didn't, AI civilizations leave a ridiculous amount of space between their cities. And as you can see here, there are spaces where there is tons of room for cities that they didn't use. So, in the middle of this war, we have an unexpected new era of settlement, because these spaces are now open to us to fill in. And one way that's a benefit to us is when we capture a city, it has Japanese inhabitants. But when we found a new city, it has our Indian inhabitants. So therefore, we have a city that is all our residents surrounding cities filled with foreign residents. And over time, as you continue to hold enemy cities, eventually they will change. Their citizens will convert to being your citizens, although it takes a very long time, and sometimes they linger for ages to come. And every time one of those cities grows by 1 population point, that citizen is always one of yours. And now this city is pretty well defended, and even though I outclass these guys, I generally have a pretty tough time. Now I take a chance here with attacking with the medieval infantry, because he's going to open himself up to being attacked by that longbowman on the Japanese turn, but I'm willing to do that. So here is the first of the cities I was founding to fill up the gap. Going to build a barracks there. It's kind of a remote city right now, unconnected. As you can tell, there are very few roads in the Japanese Empire. They really did not build that many workers. They did not concentrate that much on infrastructure growth, and it really shows. And that, combined with the fact that their cities are so spaced apart, means it takes forever for any of our soldiers to get anywhere within their empire. So, even though we outclass them both in numbers and in firepower, so to speak, it's still slow going, because it literally takes them a while just to get there to attack. As you can see, we have another settler. We're going to settle there. It doesn't matter if I send him somewhere within enemy territory, because we're at war anyway. Sending these guys to attack the city, so we will have a port on the opposite coast, which will be very nice. Alright. I am dreading the day that I'm going to have to fight the Celtic people up there, because they are more advanced, and I have a pretty good idea that they are pretty well developed. But if that day comes, we can ask for help from allies, or we can form allies. Magellan's Voyage. That is a, forget exactly what that does, but I believe it has something to do with commerce and sea commerce. So we attack this city, and as you can see, we're having a little bit of a tough time, and I'm leaving those not entirely healthy soldiers there. Now, soldiers won't actually heal inside enemy territory until the advance of medicine. So we're just going to, I'm just holding them there because I'm assuming that soon my other soldiers will take the city and will be able to fortify those troops within the city to help them heal. Yet another city, or settler. I think I have 4 of them now going out to new places. And even though I am sending them into areas where they might get captured, I'm hoping that by the time they get there, my elephant warriors will have made short work of whatever defenses they try to throw up in my path. But anyway, we begin our attack on this city, and unfortunately it does not go well. As you can see, we get whipped. So taking that city might take a little bit longer than we thought, but I still doubt that they're going to take much of a resistance. So we fortify that guy, and that guy did survive, which I'm happy about. Send him further on. As you can see, we're not very far away from the Japanese capital. And if you capture an enemy capital, one of their other cities will become their capital. Usually their capital is the most highly defended city, obviously. So it might take a little bit more than what we've been using so far to take them down. And here I try to trade for some tech with the Koreans, who, judging by their size, I think they're slightly weaker than the Celts and the Germans that surround them. So I would rather buy technology from them and give them a lot of money rather than the other two. So I'm really cashing in on the Golden Age, giving what is for the late Middle Ages still a very large sum of money, but I really need to go ahead with the tech tree because being behind is no good. Now I attack him and I get greedy here. I attack with units that are not fully prepared. Sometimes this is a recipe for disaster, but so far it's working. And I decide to attack with this with 1 health point, and lo and behold, that even works. And I control the city with Leonardo's Workshop, and if you don't remember what that does, it allows you to upgrade units for half the price. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you'll join us next time in part 19. See you later.